everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 23rd through Sunday, January 29th, 2017. For this weekly reading, we're going to be using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And the special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to come from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, which is by Doreen Virtue. So before we get to some of the astrology for this week, let's look at your stones of choice so that you can make your decision for your special message card a little bit later. Your first stone of choice is blue kyanite. And this blue kyanite, of course, is going to relate mostly to the throat chakra, maybe a little bit to the ear or third eye chakras as well. So this is going to be to help you with clear, open, honest communication and self-expression, and even a little bit with your intuitive abilities. So again, this is beautiful blue kyanite. Your second stone of choice is yellow calcite. And this yellow calcite is going to vibrate to the solar plexus chakra, and this is going to be great for your sense of willpower and courage and really kind of highlighting that sense of self-assuredness. So again, this is yellow calcite. And then your third stone of choice is red dolomite. Okay, I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is a reddish color. It's got some white inclusions in it. This red dolomite is going to connect with the base chakra or the root chakra, so it's really good for a sense of groundedness and actually for health matters as well, because it's really supportive of the physical body and oxygenating the body and really kind of bringing you back into a physical balance. So again, this is red dolomite. So we have the blue kyanite, the yellow calcite, or the red dolomite as your stones of choice. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology. This is the last full week in the first month of the year. For next week's reading, we're going to actually be getting into February already, if you can believe it. But for this week, we moved all the way to Thursday as far as the first important astrological aspect that's going on. And on Thursday, the moon is in the sign of Capricorn. And I don't always talk about the moon for those of you that tune in weekly to my readings. The moon moves through one sign every 2.5 days. So it moves really quickly through the zodiac. And it's always connecting to other planets as it's moving so quickly. But I wanted to mention Thursday, the moon being in Capricorn, because it's actually going to be making connections with 3 very important planets. The first thing it does is it connects with Pluto, which is in Capricorn, and Pluto is a planet of death and rebirth and transformation and transmuting old energies. And then the moon in Capricorn moves on and it makes a challenging aspect to Uranus in Aries. And this can bring some sudden and unexpected emotional responses from other people. And when you put those two together, with the moon connecting with Pluto and squaring Uranus, we're bringing about huge transformation and change on an emotional level. The moon then moves on to make a square aspect or a challenging aspect to Jupiter in Libra, which is opposing Uranus in Aries. Now, Jupiter is about our belief systems, it's about growth and expansion, and of course Libra, the sign that Jupiter is in right now, is about relationships, partnerships. It's about balance, harmony, and relating, to other people on a one-on-one level. So you put that all together and it's a very powerful combination. Again, the moon is our emotions and our feelings, but it's in Capricorn, and Capricorn can kind of bring in the essence of our life path or our career or our goals, our ambitions, but again, it's on an emotional level. You're going to even start feeling this, depending on where you are in the world, on Wednesday. So Wednesday going into Thursday the 26th is when this energy is coming about. Now, again, I want to mention that Pluto and Uranus are squaring one another. They're within an orb of what we call connection with one another. And if you remember back, and I mentioned this in a previous video, that Pluto and Uranus, we had all these squares between Pluto and Uranus over the past few years that was bringing huge death and rebirth and redirection and transformation. And after those 7 squares were completed or over with, we thought it was all, done and we were moving on. Now, Pluto and Uranus don't actually come into an exact square again, but for all of the month of January, for February, and even going into March, these 2 planets are still within that 5-degree orb that we like to give in astrology. So we're going to be feeling it. And again, it's helping us to transform and transmute old energies and redirect our energies in this universal year of new beginnings. Okay, so let's move on to Friday. Friday the 27th. We start out with Venus, the planet of love and relationships. It's in Pisces, which is a very compassionate spiritual sign, and it's making a challenging aspect to Saturn. Now, Saturn is in Sagittarius. Saturn spends 2.5 years in a sign, so it's been in Sagittarius for a while, and it will continue to be in Sagittarius. This is bringing up lessons regarding our belief systems. It's bringing up lessons regarding how we see the big picture of our life and staying in a place of optimism as far as our life. Now, Saturn is also a manifester, so it can also manifest Sagittarius types of blessings and abundance and prosperity types of things, really kind of grounding in our dreams and making them a reality. So, it's good to focus on Saturn from that positive point of view. But on Friday, when Venus squares Saturn, we might actually feel a little down. We might feel a little depressed. We might feel some self-worth issues, about how we think about ourselves or value ourselves. And this also might limit for just a very short time our finances or money in some way, so that something may come up that maybe needs our financial attention. Now again, Venus moves pretty quickly, so it's not going to last very long, and we're going to be able to move out of that. But just for that time, in and around Friday, we might have a little bit of a snag energy. But also on Friday, we have a new moon in the sign of Aquarius at 8 degrees. Now, Aquarius is this sign about being the humanitarian and connecting with groups of like-minded people and being scientific and being knowledgeable and really connecting to our higher soul selves and our higher mind energy, which is universe God mind energy. And this is really actually a pretty intuitive placement. So this new moon, it's about, of course, new beginnings. A new moon is always new beginnings. New beginnings in the way of, I want to say, connecting to our hopes and dreams for the future, because that's also a part of Aquarius energy, but also, again, connecting with groups and connecting with people that share a common goal and a common ideal to help humanity and the planet in some way is also indicated. Now, this on a different level can, again, be new beginnings in regards to scientific endeavors, technology. Maybe you're purchasing new technology, working on websites. Aquarius rules all of these things. Aquarius also rules astrology, so maybe some of you will be involved in the pursuit of learning about astrology or some other kind of intuitive, metaphysical subject matter. Now, the big thing that happens this week, the thing that I'm most excited about, is on Saturday the 28th. Mars, the planet of energy and action, is moving into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. And Aries is a fire sign, and Aries is about new beginnings, and Aries is about taking charge and making things happen. And up until now, Mars, for the past little while, has been in the sign of Pisces, which is not the best placement for Mars because Mars is a fire planet. Again, it's about energy and action and let's move forward. And you put it in that water sign of Pisces, and yes, it can be the spiritual warrior, but as far as making things happen on the third dimensional level, taking charge and making plans move forward, it's a little bit difficult with Mars and Pisces. But now that it's moving into Aries, we're going to see things moving forward, and it's really great for some of those new beginning energies and pushing towards this sense of leadership, confidence, courage, and new opportunities, new inspirations, new creative endeavors. So I really like that Mars is moving into Aries. Take advantage of that. And also they're reminding me to let you know that all of the planets are still in forward motion right now. Ever since Mercury went direct, I think that was on the 8th of January, if I'm not mistaken, all the planets are in forward movement or direct motion. And this only lasts until February 6th. And it's not all that common to have the planets all in direct motion. So take advantage of this time period, especially after Mars moves into Aries, to really take charge and make things happen. And then we end the week on Sunday the 29th with Mercury in Capricorn, and it's connecting with or conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn. So in this week, Mercury is actually moving out of its shadow period from where it was when it went retrograde. So in other words, the degree Mercury was at when it first went retrograde is the degree that it's now passing this week as it's connecting to Pluto, which is very powerful. Again, we have transformation energies on the mental level with Mercury coming into connection with Pluto. We could have some powerful conversations with other people, powerful meetings. We could have some powerful insights just within our own beingness, our own self on the mental level that's occurring at this time. Okay, so exciting energy this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the message from our angels and guides from the Fairy Tarot deck. So let's look at the first card. And we turn that over. Wow. So we have a fire card here, or a spring card in this deck, as it's called. This is the Six of Spring, which is the Six of Wands, or the Six of Fire in the traditional tarot. Now, the Six of Wands in the traditional tarot is usually about victory. And the message at the bottom of this card says, wonderful news is on its way. It says, smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. So you can see this fairy on this horse. I'm trying to see. I think it's actually a unicorn. I actually think I see a horn there on the horse's head. So we have a fairy on a unicorn here, just moving forward, happy, content, confident. And this, again, is all about success and recognition and coming into blessings. Now, this is a fire card or a wands card, so this is about creative inspiration. It's energy on a spiritual level. So it's maybe not manifested quite yet, although it definitely could be. But again, this is spiritual creative energy. And this is one where we are moving towards the manifestation of our goals and dreams. We're reaching that pinnacle of success, or where we want to go, or who we want to be. And whether this be about career or finances or family connections, or whether this be about love connections, this is saying that we're headed in the right direction and we are heading towards what it is that we want. Okay, as to how soon remains to be seen. And of course, everybody's different based on your own astrological charts. So just know that we are moving in a positive direction, though, when we start out here with the Six of Spring. Let's take a look at the next card and see if we can get more information as we move throughout this week. Okay, so the second card. Okay, the second card, also a very awesome card, the Ten of Autumn. This is like the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Earth in the traditional tarot. The message at the bottom says, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, or I'm going to add yourself as well. Making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. And we see this family of fairies happily getting together, enjoying one another's company, and just basking in the abundance and prosperity that's all around them, the forest, the woods, the trees, in this case, in this card. But the Ten of Autumn, or the Ten of Pentacles, or Earth, is about financial security. It's about your dreams being manifested. So far, we're having a really good message here, because with the Six of Spring, we have victory and success, and we're moving towards that. And with the Ten of Autumn, this is actually saying that things are starting to manifest. So we may see some manifestations happening this week of certain goals and financial projects or whatever it is that we're trying to create in our lives. Now, the thing that stood out to me was that we're taking steps. This is the first 2 words of this card. It says, take steps to ensure the financial security. So again, it may not all come in this week, but we're taking the steps towards that. We're taking the steps towards the realization of abundance and prosperity. Now, this talks about finances, and it very well could mean money, but it could also mean the manifestation of other blessings in your life, okay? So whatever abundance and prosperity through career, money, family associations, or other love relationship associations, this is coming into manifestation in a big way, in a good way. Wow. Let's take a look at the last card. Let's see if we can keep up this theme this week. Aha, and we can, because we have the Ace of Spring, another wonderful, great fire card. The Ace of Spring is like the Ace of Fire or the Ace of Wands, and aces are always about new beginnings, and fire or wands is, again, that creative, spiritual element. Now, this really right away reminds me of Mars moving into Aries. This card is Mars moving into Aries. The message at the bottom says, it's time to take action. It says, be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Okay, so again, this is telling us, go ahead and take action. I'm going to say that it's time to take a risk too. I feel like take a chance, take a risk. You might have been on the fence about something or vacillating about something. This is saying go for it. This is the time. The time is right as far as the energies are concerned to go for it and make something happen. Take action this week. And I want to say take action after Mars moves into Aries, okay? So again, this is the last of the 3 cards, although I have a 4th card back there that I'll talk about in a minute. But this is towards the end of the week, after Saturday, after, and into next week too, even though, we're just looking at this week. But this is going to be into next week too. When Mars is in Aries, it's time to take action and make things happen. This is an awesome, beautiful week. Now, I do have a 4th card back here, and this is why. Because when I was meditating on the week and just shuffling the cards as I always do, this one jumped right out of the deck and onto the floor. So I put this here as a special message card for the week or something to kind of pull everything together as far as the message. So we've had really positive, wonderful cards here. Let's see what this 4th card is all about. Wonderful. So we have Major Arcana number 8, and in this deck it's called Justice. And it says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. So this to me is about, karmic justice and the scales of karma balancing in our favor. This is telling me that we've been through a lot of changes, a lot of redirections, a lot of purging, releasing of old energies, especially as we wound up 2016. And even though we went into 2017, the first few days of January, I feel like we were still doing a lot of purging, releasing, and healing. But this is saying now that the karmic scales of justice or balance are coming into kind of an equal setting or an equal footing here, so that justice will be done. Things are again moving to our favor, and it says we will win in the end. So beautiful, wonderful message for this week. Okay, let's take a look at your special message card, depending on your stone of choice. So let's take a moment, take a deep breath, and we're going to call in the angels, our guides. We're going to call in the archangels and our goddesses of the light. And here in the Goddess Oracle card, we're going to ask for whatever message is in the highest and best interest this week for the blue kyanite people. So blue kyanite people, Irene says peace. And it says there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So I feel like more so than the idea of peace, I feel like this is a message to all of you blue kyanite people who might have been concerned about something, whether it be, career, business, finances, or whether it be relationship oriented, that there was things that were challenging, things that were maybe falling apart, things that weren't going quite as you had envisioned as we, again, moved into the first couple of weeks of 2017. So your angels and guides are saying, don't worry, don't worry. Everything happened for a reason, and everything's going to work out. There's no need to be concerned. There's no need to have the anxiety or to be worried. Just as Irene says here, everything is working out according to plan, and everything is going to manifest in a beautiful direction and in a beautiful place for you. So just have trust and faith and move forward. She's holding this kind of bountiful thing of grapes here, and she's holding a baby too. So this is also indicating to me, again, a new beginning is close at hand. A new beginning is on the way. All right, for those of you that chose the yellow calcite, so the yellow calcite people, actually this one, yellow calcite is, okay, so forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but I'm going to say it's Ishal. And it's medicine woman. And it says at the bottom, you are a channel for divine healing power. So I feel like right away they're saying the message for the yellow calcite people, I feel like you need to connect with your inner power and out in nature too. I feel like getting out in nature and grounding your energy or merging your energy with nature and the elements, air, earth, wind, and fire. And whether this be, again, outside in nature, or if that's not even possible, then I want to say surround yourself in a meditation with earth, fire, air, and water somehow, because this medicine woman is surrounded by the elements. I feel like you need to do a meditation, connect with your inner power, and visualize exactly what it is that you desire to create and manifest in your life. I feel like they're saying do a meditation for Mars moving into Aries, with this idea in mind. So whatever it is you want to create and manifest, and finding, again, sending your inner power, visualizing yourself merging with this medicine woman energy, and manifesting with Mars going into Aries what it is that you want. Almost like you're commanding it, but you're commanding it in a positive way. You're not commanding it in an overly a way where you're abusing your power, but you're just owning your power, and you're commanding and using the elemental energy around you as well to create and manifest what you desire. Okay, so very powerful. I also feel like there's powerful healing that's going on for you this week. So healing on a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual level. They're saying pay attention to your dreams, and also pay attention to being kind and supportive of your physical body as well. All right. So for those of you that chose the red dolomite, let's give this a little shuffle. And red dolomite people. Okay, this one is actually calling me. Uh-oh, we got two cards. I didn't even mean to, but we're going to have to look at both of them. All right. So the first one is Artemis, and it's guardian. And it says, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Okay, so I feel like, again, the red dolomite people, some of the past few days, there may have been some challenges, maybe home and family challenges especially, although they could be in different areas of the life as well, but I'm picking up home and family matters. So they're saying to know that you're divinely guided and protected here, okay? Your guides, your angels are making sure to, almost stave off, if you will, with this fire of protection, and Artemis holding this bow and arrow. No negatives are going to come and affect you. So just release that worry and concern right now, and know that you're being, again, protected by higher sources of light, healers of the light, your angels and guides of the light. Now the second message is Aracura, and Aracura says blossoming, and it actually says you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So you're just, again, in the beginning stages of opening up to something new, to manifesting your dreams and desires in your life and where you want to go. I feel like There's been some sort of a shift or redirection very recently, or perhaps this week, on a spiritual level that's taking place for you, and you're merging more with your higher soul self. You're merging more with the truth of who you are. And as you raise your vibration and merge with the truth of who you really are, it's going to help the process of manifestation and things coming in quicker and easier for you. So that is your message for the week. So very good messages all the way around. I want to thank all of you who watch my videos, share my videos, comment on my videos. I appreciate all of your support, and all of your support too for those of you that are connected with me on Facebook and watch my daily astrological and empowering posts on both of my Facebook pages, Colleen Lemma and Sacred Soul Empowerment. I appreciate all the love that you send me, the energy that you send me, the comments that you share. I want you to know that if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I send all these blessings of love and light back to you 100 million-fold. And until we meet next week, I send you much love and light.